things froze up for a moment. There, we got it back. Alright, well, let's get this started. First time playing this game, really. I played it for about an hour a couple of years ago, but never really got too far into it, so let's see how this goes. Okay, would you like to answer a series of questions about the type of vampire you like to play and allow the game to create your character? Go directly to the character sheet and set your character's slant, attributes, and abilities yourself. Let's go with number 1. Some drunken mortals attempt to pick a fight with you in a bar. Do you trash the place with the fool's broken bodies? Clear out the place with a mere wave of your hand. I prefer option 2 there. Vampire has chased you into a crowd of mortals. Do you reveal your supernatural presence, blinding everyone in the vicinity? Fade into the crowd and disappear from sight? Use your ability to read mortals' minds and stay far away from any sensation of hostility. Number 2 there, I think. You're in an all-night pawn shop, feeling the need for some protection, but very low on cash. You can only afford, wow, I cannot speak tonight. You can only afford to purchase one item. Is it a book entitled Kickboxing and 10 Easy Lessons, a well-worn baseball bat, a cheap Saturday night special? Or the well-worn baseball bats. As you're walking home late at night, you hear footsteps, glance back, and suddenly realize someone is following you. Do you turn to confront them? Duck behind a tree to lose them. Let's go option 2. That, as anyone watching this will probably notice, I enjoy stealth over most other things. You just started playing that new cool computer game, but it's full of bugs. Do you get onto several forums and complain about the issues? Email the developers themselves to get the game fixed? Decide to look into the code yourself to patch it up? Personally wouldn't really do any of these, but probably email the developers would be the closest. The world's a cruel and unforgiving place, but you've gotten by so far. Why? I live alone, I don't need others, just me and my dog. To the hell with the rest. Stay out of sight and the world won't even know you're there. Live alone. By the Gangrel clan, sometimes called nomads, loners, and introverts. The Gangrels spurn the trappings of civilization and prefer to run the wilds in solitude. Known for having an uncanny connection with the beast within, some learn the power to shapeshift. Okay. Your vampire attributes abilities have now been determined and entered into its character sheet, which you will see next. After your tour of the character sheet, you may make changes to the character or simply play it as it is. These are your attributes and abilities, which feats are derived from. Attributes are your inherent character traits and are broken into 3 categories: physical, social, and mental. Abilities are things you learn and are also broken into 3 categories: talents, skills, and knowledge. Members of the animalistic Gangrel clan are closer to their inner beast, so your strongest attribute is physical, which you have 2 points you can spend. You also have 1 point to spend in mental and no points in social, the Gangrel's weakest attribute. As for abilities, being Gangrel gives you an advantage in the warrior skill, which you have 3 points to spend. You have only average abilities and talents and are weak in knowledge. Feats are the actions you can perform in the game. Feats are derived from adding an attribute and ability. An example would be the feat of lockpicking, which is derived from the attribute of dexterity and ability of security. Hovering your mouse pointer over a feat will highlight the attributes and ability upon which is dependent. You are a member of the Gangrel clan, closest of all vampires to their inner nature. Gangrels have a keen understanding of the beasts in their souls and prefer to spend their nights in communion with the animals whom they so emulate. Their disciplines are animalism, animal communion, fortitude, and protean, or shapeshifting. This is your humanity. 7 is the norm, 10 is saintly, and the lower you go, the closer to beast you become. Also, the lower your humanity, the greater your chances of frenzying. When a vampire goes into a frenzy, he loses all control and attacks any and all things around him. However, as you gain experience, you can spend experience points to increase your humanity. There is a lot of reading, and I haven't even started the game yet. This is where your masquerade violations are displayed. The masquerade is a code by which many vampires unlive. Anytime a vampire is seen doing a supernatural act by a mortal, it is considered a masquerade violation. You have 5 chances, and each strike will have repercussions. If you commit 5 masquerade violations, you will be dealt with harshly. This is where all information on things you are hovering over is displayed. The auto level on-off button is a toggle that allows you to decide whether the computer to allocate the experience points you earn in the game among your attributes, abilities, and disciplines, or whether you wish to allocate them yourself. The reset stat button is another toggle that allows you to clear out your point allocation so you can start over or return them to their last setting. The cancel button allows you to return to your last point in the game without changing your character sheet. Once you're satisfied with your character settings, click the accept button to play the game. Alright, I honestly don't know anything about this, so let's go ahead and just name the character, and I think when this bashing, I think I'll turn on the level on, because again, I know nothing about this game. I think we'll go from there. Alright, starting off strong.
I want to show you something.
Right. I don't know why. Wow, I have dreadlocks.
Good evening.
Cool.
My fellow kindred, my apologies for disrupting any business or interfering with prior engagements you may have had this evening. It's unfortunate that the affair that gathers us together tonight is a troubling one. We are here because the laws that bind our society, the laws that are the fabric of our existence, have been broken. As Prince, I am within my rights to grant or deny the kindred of this city the privilege of siring. Many of you have come to me seeking permission, and I have endorsed some of these requests. However, the accused that sits before you tonight was not refused permission. Indeed, my permission was never sought at all. They were caught shortly after the embrace of this child. It pains me to announce the sentence, as up to tonight I considered the accused a loyal and upstanding member of our organization. But as some of you may know, the penalty for this transgression is death. Know that I am no more adjudicator than I am a servant to the law that governs us all.
She's beautiful.
Let tonight's proceedings serve as a reminder to our community that we must adhere to the code that binds our society, lest we endanger all of our blood. Forgive me. Let the penalty commence. Which leads to the fate of the ill-begotten progeny. Without a sire, most childer are doomed to walk the earth never knowing their place, their responsibility, and most importantly, the laws they must obey. Therefore, I have decided that
This is bullshit!
if Mr. Rodriguez would let me finish, I have decided to let this kindred live. They shall be instructed in the ways of our kind and be granted the same rights. Let no one say I am unsympathetic to the plights and causes of this community. I thank you all for attending these proceedings, and I hope their significance is not lost. Good evening.
Sorry, I had to alt tab out of the game for a moment. It'll be back in just a second.
Your sire, tragic, my apologies. But you see, there is a strict code of conduct that all of us must adhere to if we wish to survive. When anyone breaks these laws, they undermine the well-worn fabric of our centuries-old society. Understand my predicament. Allowing you to live makes me directly responsible for your subsequent behavior. So, what I'm offering is not generosity, but the opportunity to transcend the fate woven by your sire. This is your trial. You will be brought to Santa Monica. There you will meet an agent by the name of Mercurio. He will provide the details of your labor. I've shown you great clemency. Prove it was more than a wasted gesture, fledgling. Don't come back until you do. Good evening.
Toggle on move, run, keys definable, toggle on moving. Yep. Alright.
What a scene, man. Hoo-wee. Then they just plop you out here like a naked baby in the woods. How about that? Look, kiddo, it's probably a lot for you to take in, so, why don't you let me show you the ropes? What do you say? I'm Jack. What's important is I'm offering help. You make it back from Santa Monica with your hide and we'll trade life stories, okay? Until then, I got about this much time. You in or out? All right. Why don't we, step out back here? Christ, it's stuffy in there, huh? This is much better. Now, we ain't got much time, but I figure somebody should fill you in on the bare bones stuff at least, you know? Could save your hide. You look wobbly. You even had a drink yet? Oh, man, we're popping a cherry here. Ah, you're gonna love this. All right, check it out. Blood, it's your new rack of lamb, your new champagne, plus your new fucking heroin, kid. Get ready, though, because, hey, it's never as sweet as the first time. Well, down around the corner there, I saw this human. Poor SOB can't find his car. All right. You go down there, casual like. You creep up on him, then bare those little fangs and feed. Don't worry if you weren't captain of the wrestling team or something, because it'll come so naturally you think you've done it 1,000 times already. Now go for it. Be sure, though, and this is important, so listen up. Be sure not to drain them dry, okay? It might be hard to resist, but don't kill them.
Your blood pool. Blood is the fuel for your vampiric powers or disciplines. When your blood pool is low, you need to refill it. Humans are an abundant source of blood on most areas of the game. One is in the alley around the corner. Ah. Feed, approach your victim and press the feed key, default F when you are close. It is important that humans do not see you feed another humans. Once you have begun feeding your victim, you see this bar appear. This represents your victim's blood pool. You should stop feeding before emptying. Press feed again to stop feeding. Alright, I'm actually going to be right back to try and grab me a drink real quick because my throat is really dry. I'll stop right there.
Yeah. Yeah. Hell yeah, you're feeling it. I can see it in your eyes. You're a born-again predator. Feeling that blood bubbling inside you, lifting you up. That's it, kid. That's what it's all about right there. Alright now, you got the blood, you're feeling all kick-ass, feeling better than your best day living, but wait, it gets better. All kindred, that's our word for vampire. All kindred have a few things in common. Things that set them right square above humans on the food chain. Like sharper senses, a
Alright,
body
why
that can
did
take a
my
beating, and if you play your cards right,
subtitles disappear?
eternal life. That's no sure bet, but still, a chance at immortality is not a bad deal. And that's just for starters. Fringe benefits for joining the club. Well, you can still be destroyed, but forget the books and the movies. Garlic, it's worthless. A cross? Shove it right up their ass. A steak? Only if it catches you in the heart, and then it just paralyzes you. Running water? That's no problem. I bathe. Occasionally. Now, a shotgun blast to the head. Oh, that's trouble, boy. Fire? That's real trouble. Sunlight? Well, you catch a sunrise and it's all over, kiddo. Get it? Okay, now. The fuck is this? Look, get inside here and head upstairs. Meet up in a bit. I'm just gonna go see what the fuck this is.
Alright, let me check the options real quick. Yeah, subtitles is on. Yeah. Okay. Let's see, maybe I did something. No. I don't know what I did. I'm suddenly back in first person as well. So as use icon, this icon appears when you use object. Use key is E. Use icon is context sensitive. That is when you look at difference. Okay. I apparently can't jump. There we go. Feats combination inspection is a feat. It is a combination of perception and investigation. It allows you to see hidden and secret things. For example, the lockpick on the crate in front of you. You can find your feats listed on the right-hand side of your character sheet. You can pick up certain objects in the world. Use E to pick them up. Got it.
Come down here. Stay away from the windows. Oh, it's a Sabat raid. Sabat? They're, I was hoping to spare you this shit till later. The Sabat, well, they're mostly mindless, bloodthirsty assholes. That's all you need to know for now, alright? The Sabat got wind of the gathering here, so
Right, so
they
numpad number one doesn't work.
hell and put a little heat on the new prince. No time for political rundown. Job one, get out of here alive. Sabat might be mindless, but they hit like a Mack truck, like raging savages. Nothing a fledgling like you wants to mess with. Shh, shh. Heads up. Back away.
Alright, I hope that's not too long. Video.
frenzied Sabat bastards. Alright, we gotta vamoose out the back quick. I'll stay and keep a watch out. You get us into the office. The door's around the corner here.
Quest log. Press quest log key. Default L. The quest log contains information about your quest as well as any notes and instructions you will need to complete them. Alright, let's take a look. The Spot is launching an assault on the secret Camarilla gathering downtown. You and Jack are caught in the middle to escape and receive entry into the office. Cool.
Shortcut. Well, nicely done, though. Not exactly an angel in life, were you? Cool. Now, if you want a lesson on how really not to act, take notes from those Sabat assholes. You're a big bad vampire. Yeah, great, congrats. Now keep it to yourself. You go roar and you beat your chest, and that's what you can expect. It's the same reason you don't let humans see you feeding. It's why the wolf doesn't want the sheep to know he's there. It's also why you don't go juggling dumpsters or outrun the 815 from Sacramento. And it's why you didn't know any of this when you woke up this morning. Keep our secret secret and you make things easier on all of us. We're living in the age of cell phone cameras. Fuck-ups ain't tolerated. Makes sense enough, right? Well, it ain't a casual thing for a fledgling like you. That party back there with the guy in the suit and the Magilla Gorilla? The assholes that put your sire to death? That's the Camarilla. They make a tidy business out of enforcing vampire laws like this one. Yeah, I'll tell you what I think some other time, maybe. I like to let people form their own opinions. Alright, now don't worry, because I know the area a little, and you know what? I'm glad we're in this situation, you and I. It illustrates a point. You gotta utilize your surroundings. You do what you gotta do. Theft, destruction of property, breaking and entering. These will be the least of your sins before the night's out. So look around here. We gotta get out the back there through that magnetically sealed door. There must be a key someplace.
Here indicated the icon to left indicates that you're in a combat area. Combat anything goes. Masquerade, respect the rate. Elysium vampire neutral ground. No combat or disciplines allowed except blood buff while lockpicking. Okay. This breaking the masquerade can carry dire consequences such as the onward detention of vampire hunters. After 5 masquerade violations, your game is over. Your current number of violations is displayed in the upper right corner. Alright. Often helpful in solving quests. They hold information like emails, files, each computer will have a list of menus. Many menus and commands will be password protected. Hacking a combination of what's a computer is a feat that allows you to hack into the password protected items. You will be prompted to press Ctrl-C to attempt your hacking feat. If the value of your hacking feat is equal or greater, you succeed. Stop using the computer, type quit, or use the escape key. Alright, safe. I guess I'd actually select unlock, huh? Escape. You see, it's gonna press the E key to open it. If it's locked, you can try to open the lockpick. Once open, your inventory appears alongside the screen and the container content. Alright.
There we go. Now take that keycard and head out the back. I'll meet you out in the alley there. I'm gonna check out things from topside.
Got it. Press inventory to get access to inventory. Click on the left and right arrow keys buttons above your inventory. Access different inventory categories. Keys are located in the equipment category on a key ring. Most keys, once used, will not be needed again and are removed. Some doors have magnetic locks and cannot be picked open. They have to be opened with the appropriate key card. What's this? Password. Oh, that would have been this as well. Cool. That's where we came in at, right? Alright. Sabat. This blue bar represents your current level of health. As you sustain regular damage, you will turn black. If your health is completely depleted, you suffer final death and your game is over. Your health regenerates over time. When you are feeding, your health regenerates much faster. If your health bar begins to turn yellow, it means you have sustained aggravated damage. Certain hazards like fire and supernatural attacks cause it. This takes much longer to heal than regular damage. Cool. Nope.
Fucking waste of unlife, these Sabat vatos. You get winged? Hey, look at them potholes. Those will close up soon enough. Better feed, though. There's someone down the stairs here. It's not the freshest catch, but it'll do. Now, when it comes to feeding, it's quality blood you're looking for, not the quantity. Bums and lowlife don't pack the same punch that a healthy, well-bred human will. Juice bags with a pedigree. That's the good stuff. But you gotta take what you can get. You ever had a PhD, kid? Ooh, that's good stuff. Remember what I said, though. Don't kill them. At least not the innocent ones. You're a monster now. Make no mistake. One of the damned and the fallen. You need to hold on to every last shred of humanity you have. And innocent's an innocent. You kill one, even a worthless bum, even by accident, and it's gonna cost you a piece of your own humanity. Bring you closer to that beast you got welling up inside you. The beast, it's always there. It's waiting to take over. When it does, it's like a wild animal wearing your skin. Desperate, scared, reckless. He'll do anything to survive, and it's you that has to deal with the consequences. I said innocent humans. If some asshole levels a 12 gauge your way, you drain him, skin him, and bash in his skull. Self-preservation is a vital part of humanity, after all. My favorite part, in fact. The only way to fight the beast is to keep in touch with your humanity, and don't go hungry. It's a fine line. All right, now go feed. Careful, though. He's gonna drain fast.
When draining victims, draining this instance will get penalty to humanity. If your humanity gets too low, you'll begin to lose control of your character. This is known as frenzying. It may result in a massacre violation if you're around humans. And stop. Right.
Not quite as good, huh? You can do worse. There's some rats down the way. You think I'm kidding? You can survive feeding on animals if you can stomach that kind of thing. Well, give it a try.
Rats can be fed upon to gain a single blood point. You'll find some rats at the other end of the alley near the yellow windows. Killing rats has no impact on humanity. Humans do not react well when they see live rats being sucked on. Some rats. Supposed to feed on down here. I obviously am not paying very much attention to that. Oh, there they are. Camera controls can be a little weird. But nothing terrible.
You rat sucker. Hey, I don't care what you do, but just so you know, polite vampire society looks down on that kind of thing. Keep it down. Got someone around the way here. Not too much of a threat by himself, but you never know if there's more in shouting range. You're gonna have to sneak past. The building across from us with the garage door, there's some double doors on the far side. I'll meet you inside. Just stay low and stick to the shadows, and don't let him see you. All right, go.
Alright, let's do this. Seeing this combination, you must try to sneak. Alright. Proximity of your enemies and their chances of detecting you if they're looking away. Green means you're completely safe. Yellow means you might be seen, or red means they will see you if they look in your direction. Enemy's chance of detecting you is directly tied to your sneaking feats. If you are detected, your enemies will often say as much and come to investigate.
ahead, just keep it down.
Alright. This week I found out I'm not that good at video games. 'Cause this is where I came from. There's no other doorways that I'm seeing. Locked. Unless it is that door that he is guarding.
Go on ahead, just keep it down.
Ah, that is a door right there. All right.
Keep it quiet, they're inside here. Seems that shovelhead outside just got separated from his pack. He's wounded too. Go take care of him. Don't worry, he's probably greener than you. The Sabbat, you see, they don't have the most rigorous training program. In fact, that poor sod is lucky if he knows he's a vampire. He's probably just turned and beaten over the head. They like to do that, make shock troops, cannon fodder, put him out of his misery. He is a vampire, so be ready. Go get him.
Equip your fist. To equip your fist, press the melee weapon key, default F1 until the fist icon is highlighted in your melee weapon inventory list, and then click the left mouse button. Combat feat is a combination of strength and brawl. It directly affects your success in unarmed combat. There are different attacks depending on what direction you're moving. When you initiate your track, try different combinations of moving and attacking in the upcoming battle. You can also block unit attacks by pressing and holding the attack button key, default tab. Put your fists away. Press the holster weapon holster key. Alright.
That's that. Sounds like you got another pack moving in, though. The Sabbat are going all out. Better head underground, avoid stray bullets.
Sounds good to me.
Go get the tire iron that shovelhead dropped. He ain't gonna need it.
Alright. F1. This indicates weapon that you currently have. Arrange one of the numbers indicating the current reserve ammunition. Later on in the game, you'll find armor to protect yourself. Equip it in the same way as the weapons by pressing the armor key. Click the left mouse button. Why am I back in third person? I'm so confused.
Head down into the basement through the grate in there. Keep that tire iron handy. I'll be there in a minute.
Sorry, I had to alt-tab out, that's what that sound is. Alright, head in the basement through the grate in there, keep it tire. Alright. Okay, so it just automatically puts you.
Stop! You! Just stay back. Keep your distance.
Yeah, I should probably think about that. I'm so used to playing Skyrim or something like that. Combat is not the solution for sticky situations. You can also use your feats and disciplines and dialogue. You're able to do this. I'm showing different colors, and when using higher resolutions, different fonts that are indicated below. Alright, so blue is persuasion, purple is seduction, green is intimidation. Stealthily use this icon. Stealthily look up your fists or a melee weapon. Crimes will sneak up behind your victim until you see the stealth icon. Then press E. Okay.
Not sure what's going on. Sounds like the Sabbat's getting scattered.
My back is sore today for some reason, so sorry if I keep moving around.
Could be a whole mess of them holed up.
Disciplines are your vampiric powers and cost a certain amount of blood from your blood pool to activate. And each ability common to all vampires is blood heal, which heals you. There are two kinds of disciplines: passive disciplines that directly affect you, and targeted disciplines that affect your enemies. Blood buff is another ability common to all vampires. Scroll the mouse wheel to select blood buff and use the power key to activate it. Blood buff gives you temporary bonus to all your physical attributes. It is useful in a variety of situations, like picking a lock that would otherwise be too difficult. In Legion Marriage, you can use blood buff while picking a lock only. Gangrel have 3 unique disciplines: Animalism, Fortitude, Prenatural Constitution, Protean, the manifestation of different bestial forms. Fortitude is a passive discipline and is time-based. Once activated, pay attention to the discipline timer on the top bottom right of your screen. Use of Fortitude is not a masquerade violation. There's a Sabbat guard ahead. Use Fortitude to armor yourself and kill him. Scroll mouse button, select Fortitude and use the power key to activate it. Fortitude is most effective when used with another weapon. After activating discipline, equip your tire iron and kill him.
No need to go stirring up the hornet's nest till we know the score, though. Head through here. Come to an elevator around the way. Meet you there. Don't let them catch you.
Alright, let's do this. Protean is a vampire power manifesting different bleach. Protean is a passive discipline. Once you activate a page to this one timer, is a masquerade violation if you are seen using it in a non-combat area. There's a guard up ahead. Use Protean to kill him. You have level 1 Protean. Notice Gleam of Red Eye. Scroll the mouse wheel to select it and activate its evasion and a bonus to wits. Animalism is the mystical vampiric power that controls nature. It is a targeted discipline and the effects of links vary at each level. Use Animalism if you're seen activating it, there's a guard up ahead. Used to incapacitate and pass by. You have level 1 as Windows Night Whisper even. Scroll the mouse wheel to select it. Place your cursor over the guard and use the power key to activate the discipline. The guard will be distracted by a flock of mystical ravens. You can then walk past them to the next room. Throw it. Just use the default E key to throw it. Press the attack key, throw an object when there's noise. You can use it to distract your enemies. On the exit, crouch, find an object you can pick up and throw it away from the guard to distract him. Once he's away from the exit, sneak through the room.
Huh?
Oh, that was just multiple levels of failure on my end.
Huh?
I don't even know what I did there.
Huh?
Fucking humans. Gangbangers protecting their turf. Oh, man. I'm here thinking it's Sabat moving up in here. It's the fucking locals about to take one for the hood. They probably seen too much. Here, take this 38. Fucking pea shooter, but a few shots in it will take down a human. Well, I'm gonna want it back, so don't go die and lose it. I don't use guns much. They're noisy, they're clumsy, practically useless against vampires, but still, a kindred's gotta keep up with the times. And in modern-day Los Angeles, that means coming strapped. Well, yeah, some are more lethal than others, of course. Watch out for those shotguns. Ouch, those things can smart, I tell you. Head up and clear out what's left of them. Can't have them running their mouths about any of this. I'm gonna make sure there's no stragglers around outside.
Alright. Alt F2 key, I'm gonna have to change that. The revolver icon is highlighted. Range combat is combination of protection firearms. When you clip a gun, you will see the range combat cursor, its spread, and the speed at which you focus the result of the value. There are some bottles on a crate at the end of the hallway. Aim your cursor and wait for it to fully focus and use the attack key. Alright, I'm gonna go change that real quick so I don't end up throwing out just a screen in my face. Let me see. There, all that. Oh well. Set the key. So clear these. I'll set up something new for them later when they're needed. Or I'll change. Why can I not set it to F1? Alright, so apparently it can only be F1. So okay. Oh, nope, cancel. Continue. Alright, so that's gonna happen for a moment. That. God damn it. Okay. Alright, well I have no way of coping it without doing that, so I'll tab out of this and just clear my hotkeys on here real quick. So clear you for a moment. Alright, pull it back up. That's actually pretty cool. That going.
Where you going now? Hey. Freeze, motherfucker.
Alright.
That's it, kiddo. Just like that, and it's all over. Everyone slinks back to their corners of the city for the night. Until the next night, when the Camarilla finds some way to strike back. Parry, dodge, spin, and all that, and so on, and so on, and so on. Well, to be honest, you came at an interesting time, let's say. The Camarilla, the Sabat. Now, in LA, these are the new kids on the block. There's already plenty of kindred had stakes down in California long before them. Now, we got every ancient kindred rivalry playing out all over the city. A lot of tension out there. A lot of fear. A lot of jittery, high-strung predators clinging to their little pieces of eternity. Oh, boy. Oh, I think they're looking for you outside. Guess you got a cab to catch. Was hoping to fill you in on a little bit more, but nah, you'll figure it all out.
Excuse me.
If you make it back, stop in at the last round. It's this bar downtown here. I'll fill you in on the politics. Now that's the stuff that'll kill you. Good luck.
Edit screen, you can exit character sheet and spend your experience points where you see fit. See your available experience pool. I believe I have it set to auto, so it probably already did it. Let's see. Alright, we'll go ahead and turn that off. I think I can figure it out at some point. Shouldn't be too hard. So I really don't care for that, but... cost 3. Oh wow, cost 4. Oh, so that's what an our level up. It takes a lot more than I have. Right. Wow. Nice, now you can just grab those. Let's see here. Hey, the password for the computer is Sunrise. Keep the cash in the drawer. It's yours. I dropped you an email with my address. Come over after you get settled. At your convenience, please come and visit me in my home downtown. I leave you this to guide you. Dark blood, our curse, a light to this verse. Such power I sense in one so young. Come find me where burns the mystical sun. Imp Strauss. Region. Take. Sunrise. Your courier will contact you when you arrive at Santa Monica. Waste no time in meeting with him. SL. Next. Nice. Kilpatrick. Looking for that lazy-ass ex-husband who's late on his alimony payments? How about that jerk who knocked you up? Look no farther. With Arthur Kilpatrick's amazing crime putter, you can find almost anyone with a record in these days. Oh, and these days, that's just about everyone. So come on down to Arthur Kilpatrick's bail bonds. Yeah. Hey, welcome to town. Come on over to my place once you get situated, and we'll talk about what you'll need to get to what you need to get the job done. I'm going to pick up explosives right now. Some astrolite. I should be back. Have to come over. I'm at 24 Main Street in number 4. Walk to the end of the alley, and my building is the next one on the right. Alright, what if I remember all that? The game begins. A pawn is moved. Type it out fully there. Replica of a much nicer watch. Carnival of Death. Gruesome remains found in the pier. Police baffled. I should have paid attention to that icon a little bit, because there was something right on the...
You got some change, mister?
That was nice. Oh, beautiful. I think I didn't understand that last time I played. I think here's where I stopped playing before, so everything past this is going to be completely new to me. Okay. Power vampire, you'll be on attack order.
Those mothers ripped me off. I'm dying here.
Oh, so it was clicking. Okay.
I went. What is this lump? Is this my rib? Oh, holy shit. My rib is poking through my side? Oh, I'm all numb. You gotta look and tell me. I'm lying here bleeding to death, and you're cracking wise? I don't need this crap. Goddamn chemist. Can't trust any operators in L.A. I verified him. Organization seem reliable. Guy mixes up speed. His crew sells it. Occasionally does explosives. I set up a drop. I show up at the beach with the money, right? 4 of these guys, they come out of nowhere. Junky pricks hit me with a bat. It feels like I got a friggin' horse kicking it. I never should have gone alone. Amateur move. I should have handled those pricks. Goddamn dirty Cali rat bastards. Those cocksuckers beat me rotten, left me for a stiff. I had to crawl to my car, crawl my ass up here. The vamp blood's the only thing holding me together. But shit, they got the money, they got the astrolite. Right, you're straight off the bus. Once a month I get fed vampire blood. Heals me faster, makes me stronger than a normal human. I don't age. By looking at me, you wouldn't realize it, but I'm almost 60. Those small-time sons of bitches live out in a dump on the beach. 4 or 5 of them. And one's got the explosives is Dennis. Got my money too, that prick. You gotta get it back from him. Maybe reason with him, maybe break in. I don't know. I want to kill him. Do whatever you people do. I blew it, I know. One more thing. About the deal. I mean it. You tell anyone about this, I'm dead. I'm begging you. I got a way of getting people what they need. You don't say anything, I can help you out.
Alright. Probably should have asked as a material, but at this point I'm assuming it was. Wrong thing. Okay. Achieve the ashlight he's supposed to get free from good junkie pricks who live in dump on the beach. Get his money back. Gruesome remains. Okay. There's 4 different zones. It's weird that's no longer green. I see a blood bank. Blood bank downstairs. No, it does not, did it? What's going on back here? Just one shop. This one thing is about time we just take a look. Oh wow, I just did a complete circle. Cool.
Need company?
Wonderful ladies. What the hell's going on with your face, woman? Give me these prosthetics. I'm good with that. I'm gonna jump, just stop from midair. Alright, public beach. There we go.
I've seen a lot of shocking things in my time on the force, but that pier, that's the kind of thing that makes you lose your faith in humanity.
I gotta say, it's the second worst thing I've ever seen.
Poor bastard down there is torn in 2. By the looks of it, you'd think someone tied him to 2 horses and raced them in opposite directions. What could you have possibly seen that was worse than what's down there?
It was about 3 years ago up in Malibu. We found this guy on the beach. Looked like, I don't know, an animal attack.
Shark bite?
Nah, I've seen shark bites. This was something different. Like whatever killed him knew what it was doing. The head was missing, the hands were missing, and there were these huge slashes. But
Bullshit.
no. Guy was literally slashed to ribbons. The worst part was I was waiting for the meat wagon and I felt like something was watching me. I swear on my badge today that there was something just out of sight. For a split second, I thought about running into the squad car and getting the hell out of that place. To this day, it makes me wonder what's really out there.
Maybe it was a werewolf. Woo!
All right.
Or a vampire. Ugh.
Get it. See, this is why you didn't get invited to Hernandez's wedding, Ted.
Alright. Hope this is the way I'm supposed to be going now. Yep, here we are.
Up there. Through that chain link gate and up those stairs. Those men you're looking for. Never mind. You wouldn't understand.
Cool.
Do you know who the head vampire is? If the head vampire dies, we all become human again, right? Oh. But how about blood transfusions? If I get a full blood transfusion, I can become human again, right? What? Oh, no. There's nothing I can do?
Cool.
Listen, it's like I've told you types about 1,000 times now. We know we can't hunt round here, alright? We're minding our own business. No reason to hassle the weaklings. You mean you ain't here to run us off? We're getting pretty sick of it. Someone's sighting domain, or in the worst cases, hunting us for sport. Dunno. We all seem to have come down with the same disease. Oh, hell, who am I kidding? We're a bad horror show, alright? We seem to be the runts, the mistakes. You types call us thin bloods. I say we're all equally screwed. I'm damned if I know. Well, I know you don't want to be one. You seem to be in the lead. You tell me. Clan. See, I've heard all that before. And I still don't know what the hell anyone's talking about. I'd like to know just what I've become. We'd all like to know just what the hell kind of devil's contract we've apparently signed. I'd just come to town for the surf tourney. Seems like years ago, but it's, well, been about 6 months now. Every night during the finals, I used to hit the local diner after the beach parties fizzled out in the AM. That's where I met her. She had a natural beauty. Not like all the plastic dolls littering the sand. Her name was Lily. I remember introducing myself, the way she seemed grateful for the company. Well, a few nights after our meeting, we were on the beach alone, and she tried to tell me what she was, but I didn't understand, and so she showed me. I was furious with her when I took it all in. I cursed her and left, never really knowing what I was. Well, I realise now how she must have felt. So here I am now, a mystery to myself. That's what Lily tried to tell me. But what I don't understand are the rules and the terms and the reasons some of them are at our throats claiming we're harbingers of the apocalypse. That's what I want to know. Clinically, yes. But honestly, I don't know. I suppose I'd have moved on by now if I didn't think she'd show up one of these nights. There's a lot I've got left to say to her. Aye, most of them just recently arrived in LA. Got chased off by the Sabbath or some such thing from their home cities. They're more in the dark than I am. They're a good bunch, but well, they've been through a lot. It's affected them. Well, I hope you have better luck than I did. No one's been particularly friendly to me in this city. Only reason we're in Santa Monica is because we haven't been chased out yet. Oh, we'd appreciate it. Oh, before I forget, name's E. The black-haired beauty over there's Rosa. Sees the future, so she says. That nervous bloke is Copper, and the one who can't speak so well's Julius. Kids gloves with them. They've had it rough. Seems no one will talk about it. This all started that night in the diner. Maybe you could start there. Ocean's invited.
Evening. I don't know. Talk to E. Guy without a shirt. Hi. Yeah.
You had me. No, you are going to China. Why is he smiling? The father. Is it the father behind him? You chased it for the one at the top of the city. On the sea. Oh, on the ground. You found it in the crypt. It's open. Oh, it's open. Oh God, run. I'm sorry. Sometimes I see nothing. Disregard what I say.
But I don't want to.
I don't know what I'm saying. Forget what I say.
Alright.
with a name like that.
That was my blood with my health. God damn it. Okay, so the controls do start to get a little bit ridiculous right there. There we go. I'm gonna get his money back too. Well, I guess maybe I have to do it a different way to get the money. Oh. I didn't want to kill the dog. Alright. Damn. Another knife. I guess I can't pick it up since I already have one. God damn. Death Call at the Sabbat is gonna catch it along the site, just watch us violent. Damn, so I want to read some more of that. What's going on up here? Let's see if I found someone to feed on. I just have the blood pack, but I'd rather not use it if I don't have to. Oh, well, I apologize for just now seeing that, and thank you Kitsune Sede for raiding with the party of 4 there. Just playing some Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines. My first time actually ever playing this game, really, except for maybe the first hour or so of it. You saw a bloody murder scene on the pier, but weren't able to find out anything significant about the killer, except that the killing was extremely brutal, vicious, and beast-like. So far, I am enjoying it quite a bit. I've always been a pretty big fan of just most RPGs in general, and this is one I've been wanting to play for a while. Just never really had a reason to until I decided to start streaming. Well, I guess reason to is not the best way to say it. No, I think I've gotten that. Right.
Look at the ocean. I used to love swimming out into her at the crack of dawn. Be my guest.
Murder on
You got me. I reckon it happened a bit before we got here. A lot of viciousness the whole world over. Bound to creep into your backyard sooner or later. Be my guest. Seems no one will talk about it. This all started that night in the diner. Maybe you could start there. Ocean's inviting to me.
Alright. Sure there's something more up here to do. Let's go this way. Yeah, I didn't think there'd be anything, but... Nope. You guys say anything? No? Alright. So I guess there wasn't anything else to do up here. Oh, he's walking way down there now. Go this way.
Nothing back there for you to see.
I want to apologize, I'm not the most interesting person to watch. Never been much of a conversationalist, that I've been trying to work on that a bit. That always catches me by surprise. So Katsina, you said you just finished your stream. What were you streaming?
Hey, baby, need company?
This is the way I need to be going. Ah, nice.
Yeah? Did you waste those sons of bitches? Good. Great. Hope it was painful. Did you get my money back? Damn. I could have used that money to buy myself some new kidneys. Anyway.
That astrolight, twice as powerful as TNT. Instant demolition. Be on the other side of the world when you engage that timer. You need to make someplace disappear. A warehouse. Looks to be a Sabbat interest. I heard a lot about that operation. Well, I'd love to get in there, get my hands on the equipment they've been unloading. But it'd be suicide to walk in there. Got a small army of trigger-happy types, and they're all packing. I don't know, maybe, there's a guy. I never met him, but I heard a lot about him. His name is Tongue. Bertram Tongue. He's one of you types. If there's anyone who knows more than me about this city, it's him. Unfortunately, Tongue's hiding out at the moment. If there are, I don't know him. But about this Tongue. Tongue's laying low because of Therese. Therese Vorman, you know her? Anyway, word is Therese and Tongue are feuding. I don't know the details. Mike takes that Tongue thinks he's about to get whacked, so he's gone underground till Therese calls it off. If you want to put that warehouse into orbit anytime soon, you're gonna have to get Therese to call off the feud.
Sounds like fun.
She and her sister Jeanette, they run the asylum. Some freaky customers frequent that place. I try not to do business there. She's the woman around here. Power player. Nice looking broad for a dead chick, but personality like stone. Who exactly? What's to tell? I can get anything anyone wants at any time. Could say it's my calling. Till the astrolite. Wasn't anything I couldn't handle. Well, back east some shit went down. Big Apple can't go back. I hate LA, but what are you gonna do? Right, you're straight off the bus. Once a month I get fed vampire blood. Heals me faster, makes me stronger than a normal human. I don't age. By looking at me you wouldn't realize it, but I'm almost 60.
Alright, so to the asylum we go. So another reason I'm starting to play this is that with the announcement of the second one coming out, I really want to play it when it hits, but I'd like to have this game done with before then as well. Access beach parking. Yeah, that was there. Get you in. Is it not because of you? The asylum. Yeah. Alright, let's hit up the diner first. Ask a question about the Thin Bloods.
Mr. Milton, you know who this is, and I do hope you realize that we're still on for tonight. Meet me at the agreed-upon location across from the bar by the underpass. Bring your associate, Mr. Durbin, as it is a two-man job that I am proposing. With any luck, the two of you are already underway, and I shall see you soon. Bye.
Something I can help you with. I don't see how that's any business of yours. Goodbye, then.
Alright. Patrons throughout here. Nope, just these guys. Doesn't seem to talk to them, so how about you?
What'll it be? Is that a trick question? Let me think. Oh yeah, about 4 dozen a week. Thin blood. Sounds familiar. Is that one of those tropical diseases? I know I've heard that before. Oh, that girl. Nice girl. First decent human being I've seen in here for years. Not like all the junkies and crazies I normally see. Yeah, I remember her. Yeah, weird. She left a tip, but she didn't order a thing. Yeah, she looked so hungry, too. Just sat there all night with a full glass of water in front of her, talking about this and that. She seemed lonely, a little scared, so I let her stay in the booth until we closed. She left some stuff here. You seem to know her. Why don't you give it back to her if you run into her?
Yeah, because I'm asking questions about her makes me know her. Right. Consists of a photo, a key, and a bail bond. Alright, let's head into the asylum.
Ooh, what do we have here? Another scrumptious young plaything straight out of life and into my club? You smell new, little boy, like fabric softener dew on freshly mowed astroturf. I'm not frightening you, am I, duckling? I'm the finger down your spine when all the lights are out. I'm the name on all the men's room walls. When I pout, the whole world tries to make me smile. And everyone always wants to know who is that girl. I am Jeanette. And this bit of chaos crammed in a certifiable giggle is my club. I just love to give you funny feelings all night, sweetheart, but I really must trouble with some business. We'll reunite sweet and soon, I promise.
Get something for you, Chief. Therese, she's upstairs. She said she had business to attend to, but I can hear her and Jeanette bickering from here. Why do you need to see her? Yeah, I hear that from everyone, pal. She expected you or something. Alright, look, I'll cut you a break because we're busy here. I'll buzz Therese, tell her you're coming. Take the elevator over there up. If I hear that you're not supposed to be there, you and me are gonna have some heart to fight. Do you hear me?
I got with Gangrel. I chose I kind of went through the questions at the beginning of it, because I wasn't too familiar with anything else that's going on. Okay, there we go.
Your city? Last time I looked, it was called Santa Monica, not stuck-up bitch.
They do seem pretty cool. Oh, wrong button.
Look at you sometimes. Oh, please. You really do paint a flattering portrait of me with your turn-of-the-century vibe.
I am completely new to the lore. I know nothing about this.
Just the sight of you. Sight of that wicked, painted house, concealing that dirty, diseased mind. Sin! You have no sin. Let's see who is without sin past the fierce tone. Go ahead and mock me. You pull your pranks, make fun of my ways. Excuse you. You're just one big joke. Don't you call me that. Should I start calling a duck a pig as well? I'm your sister. How can you treat me like this? That's it, Jeanette. Run away from the truth. I'll take care of everything, as always. Please, come in. I do apologize for my sister's crassness if it made you uncomfortable. She's unabashedly scandalous, but in the club business, I suppose that kind of personality's a necessary evil. Nonsense. She's nothing but. Therese Vorman, yes. I'm the proprietor of this club, and the only person in this city whose good side it's in your best interest to stay on. What brings you to Santa Monica? Tongue's exile is self-imposed, I assure you. But then, what reason would I have not to hate that loathsome Nosferatu scoundrel? Bloody Nosferatu. They're so unclean. He meddles in my affairs. He's a bad influence on my sister, and she on him. If you were in my place, would you let him compromise your authority? You most certainly would not. I'd quite like it if I never had to hear that name again. Why would I do that? Let him think I mean to kill him. That way I don't have to worry about him sabotaging everything. Do you realize how his subterfuge makes me look to the Camarilla? Tongue and his co-conspirators' actions ruined my chance at partnership in a crucial piece of property. I do have several other promising ventures, and one in particular has been, to say the least, an ordeal. I'd be willing to put the word out that my grievances with Tongue have been swept under the rug,
But in return, you'll have to help me remove a particularly burdensome spirit from a property I'm looking to invest in. Oh, I forgot. You're still new to this. Allow me to break you in. Yes, ghosts exist. Werewolves, mummies, and I'd expect a whole lot of other things I've never seen share the night with us. Rumor is that a personal item of a ghost's may be used to draw it out or excise it from its haunt. While I don't put a lot of stock in hearsay, it's my last option. So I want you to go to the Ocean House Hotel, find an item of the spirits, and bring it back. If you have to tear the building apart, do so. 3 construction crews have already refused to go back to work because they've been spooked, so to speak. Oh, I fully intend to do so. You'll find that dealing with me on the whole is appreciably more predictable than dealing with some of the egomaniacs that are my peers. So long as our business doesn't go sour, my word is gold. Before I forget, take this. The only way to reach the Ocean House this time of night is through a tunnel in the sewers. You'll need that key to open the gate for that tunnel. If you'll excuse me, I've got situations to set straight.
All right. As much as I hate to say it, especially with actually having viewers for a change, I'm going to have to stop here for the night. I usually try and go a little bit longer, but I do have work tomorrow. And my child is probably going to be waking up pretty early. But thanks again for the raid, and you all stick with me for now, and you all have a nice night.